Yeah. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's a situation where the transportation industry is just targeted by cyber criminals. Such a transactional industry that ultimately some of this stuff can go unnoticed for a period of time, in terms of a data breach, until it's too late. So on the insurance side, the insurance has to morph based upon this threat. It's kind of like, what we saw maybe in the early 2000s, late 90s with employee dishonesty, where ultimately we had a cargo form that needed to be adjusted or enhanced to pick up, theft from the threat of a 1099 that you contracted with, taking load and going, right? And so we did that. Now this is the same kind of situation. This is a new threat where ultimately people are hacking into the freight broker system or the motor carrier system and ultimately impersonating themselves as a fraudulent hauler and taking a load. And whether it be on the cyber side or the cargo side, these types of enhancements are going to have to come to the table, but they're not going to come without warranties, to your point, Gunge, right?
Yep.
There's going to need to be some forms of safety and loss control that gives the cargo insurer peace of mind that says, okay, they do have a vendor, that is tracking these motor carriers to make sure they say who they are before they show up at the terminal, right? They do have SOPs in place with their management team to train their staff to look for certain things, and then also too there's the type of training needed prior breach and then post breach. What types of relationships do they have with vendors for recovery, right? In the event of a quick or a event of a load going lost, having a quick recovery is important. Having relationships with your local law enforcement team, same thing. This is going to be something where the underwriters are going to say, sure, we'll give you this enhancement, but it's going to come with the X, Y, and Z in terms of types of warranties on the policy.
So what I'm hearing you say is, as your business evolves, the exposure evolves, does your insurance broker and the products you purchase to protect yourself evolve?
Guess it depends on who your broker is.